हरे कृष्णा जय जगन्नाथ। तो आम जो ओपीएससी ओडिशा सिविल सर्विस रो लास्ट ईयर दैट इज प्रीलिम्स 2020-21 रो जीएस पेपर 1 डिस्कस करथुलु। ऑलरेडी आमे 11 पार्ट रे 55 क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस कर सारछु। तो इच क्वेश्चंस रो आमे तर करेक्ट आंसर सहित अन्य ऑप्शंस भी प्रॉपर्ली डिस्कस करछु। सो in this part we'll discuss from question number 56 to 60. Okay, let's start. Question number 56. Who compared the salt march of Gandhi to Napoleon's march to Paris on his return from Elba? The answer is Subhash Chandra Bose. So let's learn something about the Dandi march or the salt march. So Dandi march जो थिला जोड़ा salt march भी कहा जाए, that is actually a part of the civil disobedience movement. So the Dandi march, also known as the salt march and the Dandi Satyagraha, was an act of non-violent civil disobedience movement led by मोहनदास करमचंद गांधी। तो यही डेट गुड़ा बहुत इंपोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन सब बड़ा आसे। तो स्टार्ट के भाई 12 मार्च 1930 रु 6 अप्रैल 1930। तो 12 मार्च 1930 रु 6 अप्रैल 1930 हला। तो स्टार्ट कोडी थला एक्चुअली साबरमती आश्रम स्टार्ट हिला एंड सॉरी थला दांडी रे। दांडी जोडे गोटे कोस्टल एरिया गुजरात रो। So from 12th March to 6th April, as a direct action against campaign of tax resistance and non-violent protest against the British salt monopoly. तो 12 मार्च रे गांधी जी सेट आउट फ्रॉम साबरमती आश्रम। केते जन फॉलोअर थिले? 78 जन, 78 on a 241 mile march to coastal town of Dandi on the Arabian Sea. तो 12 मार्च रे गांधी कोर्ट स्टार्ट ले साबरमती रे केते जन फॉलोअर थिले? 78 जन। पहुंचले दांडी रे कोदिन 6 अप्रैल रे। आ केते किलोमीटर थिला माइल्स रे एटा अछि 241 माइल्स। ओके, सो माइल को किलोमीटर कन्वर्ट कर दिए जति होबो। देयर गांधी एंड हिज सपोर्टर्स वर टू डिफाई ब्रिटिश पॉलिसी बाय मेकिंग सॉल्ट फ्रॉम सी वाटर। 21st May, on 21st May the poet सरोजिनी नायडू, अच्छा मते कहबो कमेंट सेक्शन में सरोजिनी नायडू को सेशन ऑफ आईएनसी इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस रो कोथरे प्रेसिडेंसी करथले को ईयर रे और को जगह रे। ओके, शी वाज द फर्स्ट इंडियन वुमेन टू लाइक कोन टू बिकम द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ आईएनसी इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस एनुअल सेशन। तो को ईयर रे को जगह रे करथले मते कमेंट सेक्शन कहबो। ओके, सो द पोएट सरोजिनी नायडू लेड टू 2500 मार्चर्स ऑन द धरसणा सॉल्ट वर्क्स सम 150 माइल्स नॉर्थ ऑफ बॉम्बे। तो 150 माइल बॉम्बे रो नॉर्थ रे धरसणा नाम गोटे सॉल्ट फैक्ट्री थिला, सेठी से लेट करला जोडा कि बहुत फेमस हितला। व्हाई? बिकॉज़ दिस इंसिडेंट इज रिकॉर्डेड बाय अमेरिकन जर्नलिस्ट वेब मिलर। तो अमेरिकन वेब जर्नलिस्ट वेब मिलर सेटा को रिकॉर्ड करके इंटरनेशनलाइज पड़े से करथिले। ओके, इट प्रॉम्प्टेड एन इंटरनेशनल आउटक्राई अगेंस्ट ब्रिटिश पॉलिसी इन इंडिया। ओके, दिस आई ब्रॉट फ्रॉम द लाइक नेशनल मूवमेंट्स फ्रॉम ओडिशा। तो सिविल डिसोबीडियंस ओडिशा रे कोन बेसिकली केमति एक्ट हितला? तो लाहौर सेशन ऑफ आईएनसी हेल्ड इन डिसेंबर 1929। तो लाहौर सेशन हितला 1929 तुम जानिथिबो, जहा को की किए करथिले तमरो प्रेसिडेंसी के थिला। प्रेसिडेंट थिले योर जवाहरलाल नेहरू, जे की द गोल ऑफ इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस इज कंप्लीट इंडिपेंडेंस, पूर्ण स्वराज डिक्लेयर करथिले। एंड द 26th January 1930 was celebrated as the day of independence by the congress men सब वाडे। ओडिसा भी हितला। तो ओडिसा कोडी हिला कटक गोपबंधु चौधरी read out the declaration of independence. During this time, some congressmen of Odisha resigned from Bihar and Odisha Legislative Council and Central Legislative Assembly in order to take part in the civil disobedience movement. That time, Odisha was a part of like Odisha and Bihar मिसिकी गोटे province थिला, अलगा ही नथला ओडिसा हते बळे। So Gandhi started his march with 78 followers, हम ऑलरेडी देखलु। तो सही भी तो जने थिले ओडिया जने थिले, ताको ना थिला कोन मोतीबास दास। रिमेंबर दिस नेम एज वेल हला। आ तमे हम देखले 12 मार्च स्टार्ट हेतला साबरमती आश्रम रु एंड सॉरी थिला दांडी रे के 6 अप्रैल रो। The Odisha Congress leaders like Gopabandhu Chaudhary and Hare Krishna Mahatab. So Gopabandhu Chaudhary is the brother of your Navakrishna Chaudhary, जे कि Odisha रो like second chief minister थे independent Odisha रो. So Gopabandhu Chaudhary and Hare Krishna Mahatab planned to launch a similar registration in Odisha for violation of salt law of the British government. In March 1930, the Utkal Provincial Congress Committee decided to launch the civil disobedience movement in Odisha by manufacturing contraband salt at Inchudi. So Inchudi Satyagraha, both famous after the Dandi Satyagraha, Inchudi Salt March. जोथिला इंचुड़ी गोटे बालेश्वर डिस्ट्रिक्ट गोटे पार्ट अछि कोस्टल एरिया सोसाइटी की हला बहुत फेमस हेतला गोपबंधु चौधरी वाज गिवन द रेस्पोंसिबल फॉर ऑर्गेनाइज द मूवमेंट सो गोपबंधु चौधरी से तो बहुत वुमेन लीडर्स फ्रॉम ओडिशा आल्सो इन्वॉल्वड रहते रमा देवी चौधरी और मालती देवी all are there so on the other hand Hare Krishna Mahatap Surendra Nath Das of Baleshwar mobilized the villagers in the surrounding village of Inchudi to take part in the soil transition. Okay, so coming to question number 57, who founded the Deccan Educational Society? Deccan Educational founder kiye Ranade. Okay, option है nahi, so none of them. Option is correct. Option is Bal Gangadhar Tilak. So Deccan Educational Society found kiye करथले your Bal Gangadhar Tilak. लोकमान्य तिलक भी तांको कहा Lokmanya Tilak was born on 23rd July 1856 in Ratnagiri, Maharashtra. Ratnagiri is very famous for your Alfonso mango. Maharashtra जो Alfonso mango is very famous. बहुत Ratnagiri में बहुत मिले. तो सेठी से मतलब freedom fighter and lawyer. Bal Gangadhar Tilak also known as Lokmanya Tilak, educationalist. So he founded the Deccan Education Society 1884. 1884 ने found करथले 1 year before what founding of INC. Along with his associate Gopal Ganesh Agarkar. So Lokmanya Tilak and Gopal Ganesh Agarkar misiki Deccan Education Society start करथले कोडी पुणे रे. Also founders of Ferguson College in Pune, Ferguson College, एबेबी सेटा अछि 1885 through the Deccan Education Society. Ideology कौन थिला? He was a devout Hindu and used Hindu scriptures to urge people to fight oppression. Stressed on the need of for self rule. ହେଲା स्वराज्य को से बहुत stress देथिले. And believed that without self-rule or Swaraj, no progress was possible. And तांको famous slogan तुम जानती हो, Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. A book, Indian Unrest, written by Valentine Chirol, an English journalist, stated Tilak as the father of Indian unrest. So से Tilak को कहते हैं father of Indian unrest because mainly he led the your Swadeshi movement, Swadeshi Andolan after the partition of Bengal in 1905 by Lord Curzon. Okay, some more information about Tilak. Contribution to freedom movement, propagated Swadeshi movement, already said, encouraged people to boycott foreign goods. Also, he led Indian Home Rule movement along with Ani Besant. It was a movement in British India on the lines of Irish Home Rule movement. Started in 1916, it is believed to have set the stage for independence movement under the leadership of Ani Besant and Bal Gangadhar Tilak. तो जतले तुमरा 1916 रे लखनऊ पैक्ट हिथिला अच्छा लखनऊ सेशन के लीड करथले हेड करथले बेसिकली प्रेसिडेंट के थे लखनऊ सेशन रे टेल मी इन द कमेंट सेक्शन एक्चुअली आउट वीडियो हम आने जोथरे की सब इंपोर्टेंट आईएनसी रो सेशन एंड प्रेसिडेंसी हमें डिस्कस करबा ओके सो एनिवेशन before Gandhi ji came to picture in 1917-18 like in the non cooperation movement so ta purbaro mainly home rule movement hi thila. Then it will merge with the INC and these things, Gandhian movement. So Ani Besant and your Tilak Misiki start करथले. All India Home Rule League founded by Tilak in April 1916 at Belgaum. It worked in Maharashtra except Bombay, the central provinces, Karnataka and Berar. Lucknow Pact between the INC headed by Tilak and All India Muslim League headed by Muhammad Ali Jinnah for Hindu Muslim unity national struggle. So तुमको कमेंट्स में कहरा अछि कि यार प्रेसिडेंट के थे लखनऊ सेशन रा jailed between 1908 to 1914. He spent 6 years in Mandalay. Mandalay ko country rachi your it's in your Myanmar. Okay, Mandalay prison for defending the actions of revolutionaries Khudiram Bose and Prafulla Chakki. So Khudiram and Prafulla Chakki jo thi like Bengal Rus man kon katle, they tried to assassinate the district judge Mr. Kingsford by throwing bombs at the carriage in which he was supposed to travel. But basically setre se no thile tanko family members le semon ko death हेतला. न्यूज़पेपर से कौन लाइक पब्लिश करथले केशरी जोड़ा कि मराठी भाषा रे थिला आ मराठा इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज रे थिला सो नाम मराठा कि इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज केशरी नाम मराठी लैंग्वेज रे एंड बुक्स ही रोट गीता रहस्य आर्कटिक होम ऑफ द वेदास अकॉर्डिंग टू योर तिलक tomorrow kon Aryans basically they came from Arctic. Okay, he died on 1st August 1920 and it coincided with the actually starting of non-cooperation movement all over India. Now coming to question number 58, who was the chairman of the first Famine Commission in 1880? Answer is Richard Strachey. Okay, answer is Richard Strachey. Florence Nightingale pointed out that the famines in British India were not caused by the lack of food in a particular geographical area, They were instead caused by inadequate transportation of food, which in turn was caused due to an absence of a political and social structure. Okay, बाकी commission के बारे में हम डिस्कस करवा. So 1880 रे जो famine question था ता नतला रिचर्ड स्ट्राचे commission because he led that thing. So actually एटा मु आगोटे वीडियो रे ऑलरेडी शेयर करछि. 9 अंक दुर्भिक्ष जो मु गोटे वीडियो बनेथिली सेथरे ऑलरेडी सही स्लाइड टा मोटे पुट करछि. So 1866 एक्चुअली 9 अंक दुर्भिक्ष हेतला जोटा कि मेनली ओडिसा बेंगल रीजन हेतला. ओडिसा को बहुत अफेक्ट करथिला. 1/3 पॉपुलेशन को डेथ हेतला. से टाइम रे गोटे कमिशन हेतला कैम्पबेल कमिशन. जॉन लॉरेंस थिले से टाइम रे योर वाइसरॉय. So in 1865 to 66, a famine engulfed Odisha, Bengal, Bihar, Madras, and took a toll of nearly 20 lakh lives, with Odisha alone losing 10 lakh lives. Since the famine was most severe in Odisha, it is called the Odisha famine. 9 अंक दुर्भिक्ष. So 9 अंक दुर्भिक्ष का ना पड़ला. So तुमे वीडियो देखि परिबो. तार मु एठी स्क्रीनशॉट दे देबी. So the government adhered to the principles of free trade and law of demand and supply. तो basically recommendation कौन थिला कि government should adhere to the principle of free trade and law of demand. Actually adhere करूथला, but the government did provide employment to the table booked men leaving the work of charitable relief to the voluntary agency. तो basically government कौन कहथला कि free trade principle जो less is fair सी principle कहथला कि demand है supply आसियो. But because of this policy, government even didn't respond a timely manner during famine. So से famine हेतला. So in 1880 रे आउटे famine हला से गोटे स्ट्रैटेजी कमिशन बैठिला हला. and से टाइम रे केतले your Lord Lytton was the your viceroy. तांको टाइम रे बहुत controversial law उडा सो पास हेतला. And even famine was there. So this is the commission recommended the state interference in food trade in the event of famine. तो से कहला कि state should interfere जोड़ा कि या पूर्व नथिला. So for 1897 जतरे आउटे famine हला सेतरे लियाल commission बसला. तो Campbell, Strachey, then Lyall. That time Lord Elgin was the your viceroy. He recommended the development of irrigation facilities. हला किछि positive कहले खाली तमे कि ना खाली food ration देले हबनी तमे केमि famine condition न होए ताइ भी action लियो. Then again Lord Curzon का time में McDonnell famine commission was there. It recommended that the official machinery dealing with a famine must work around the year so that the scarcity of food grains could be controlled well in time. So all these things are there. So this is the like screenshot. What about important commissions before independence of India? So basically British का time में जहाँ भी important commission है that can be famine commission, education commission, other military commissions and all. So all these things are discussed in this video. You can see very important video for prelims examination. Now question number 59. The middle Himalayan range originated in which period? The answer is Miocene period, that is 15 to 20 million years ago. So the like Himalayan range ro bahut bada like part achi cordilleras जोड़ा कहा जाए है the like trans Himalayas, greater Himalayas, lesser Himalayas, outer Himalayas. So सही वाले से question पता कि middle Himalayas टा को time में ही थिला. मुझे जब जाने थी यदि geography पढ़ती हो your plate tectonic theory because of continent and continent convergence, Himalayan the fold mountain every year it is increasing also. So it is hella continent convergence between Eurasian plate and Indian plate. So कौन phases थिला Himalayan formation रो? The Himalayas do not comprise a single range, of course, and but a series of at least 3 ranges running more or less parallel to one another. Okay, so therefore the Himalayas are supposed to have emerged out of the Himalayan geosyncline because that time Tethys Sea thila. Yes, that is a Tethys Sea in 6 different phases following one after other. So phase 1 when the initial like convergence took place 100 million years ago. Then phase 2 71 million years ago. But basically the line of collision between the Tibetan plateau and the Indian plate is called Indus-Sangpo Succession. Indus-Sangpo. Sangpo कोड़ा कहा जाए और ब्रह्मपुत्र रिवर को basically तिब्बत रे Sangpo रिवर कहा जाए. तो basically phase 2 जतरे हला सी टाइम रे ई जिंसडा आस्थिला. Your the line of collision जो Tibetan plateau basically Tibetan plateau आसी गला 100 million एक रे. phase 1 रे basically सेटा टिक ऊंचा हे गला. और phase 2 रे जो Tibetan plateau Indian plate भितरे गोटे collision हला परे जतरे गोटे succession हला जोडे कहउ छी ITSZ or Indus-Sangpo Succession, which is compressional tectonic fault line. Phase 3 रे the Dras volcanic arc सेटा हला तो volcanic region गोटे हला. Phase 4 a great Himalayan range. तो remember phase 4 रे जाके आसला greater Himalaya जोड़ा कि the main जोड़ा कि so big peaks are there in the greater Himalayas. So that happened in the phase 4, that is the Oligocene to Eocene period. So Oligocene to Eocene period, that is 30 to 35 million years ago. Phase 4 रे तमर कोन हला, phase 4 रे Greater Himalayas, and phase 5 रे तमर आसला Lesser Himalayas or the Middle Himalayas जोटा सेटा हला Miocene period, that is 15 to 20 million years ago. तो Lesser Himalaya को basically Middle Himalaya भी कहा जाए, then the Outer Himalaya जोटा Shivalik भी कहा जाए, that is the phase 6. Okay. So coming to question number 60, the last question of the current part 12. Which of the following is not an example of block mountain? Kota block mountain example nuhe. Answer is B. B kon achi Western Ghats mountain. Okay. Let's see about other mountain given in the comments in the options. So the jo block mountain mane kon age dekhi deba. Basically tini prakar mountain thanti, mainly fold mountain, block mountain, and जोटा तुमर बेसिकली धीरे धीरे इरोजन एंड कोन कहजो ताको इरोजन हला पर हुए ता कोन कहजो जेंति योर फोल्ड माउंटेन एंड ब्लॉक माउंटेन बोथ से माने इरोजन उतल हे जीवो ताकर रिड्यूस पाइबो जेंति कि तुमर आरावली माउंटेन एंड ऑल बेसिकली माने पनी एग्जैक्ट टर्म ता कोन कहजो ताको सो यू कैन राइट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन सो ब्लॉक माउंटेन आर सो मीनिंग कोन दे आर फॉर्म्ड व्हेन लार्ज एरियाज ऑफ लैंड आर ब्रोकन एंड डिस्प्लेस्ड वर्टिकली basically due to your divergence continent में जो divergence हे जाए हैला तो ब्लॉक माउंटेन हुए तो जो अपलिफ्ट हे जाए जिनसडा गोटे सेटा को आजिबो हॉर्स्ट हैला एटा हॉर्स तो मन रखियो हॉर्स्ट एंड लोअर वंस कॉल्ड ग्राबेन गधारो मन रखियो ग्राबेन बेसिकली जो तळ को खसी जाए एम्ति धरो एम्ति खसी गला गोटे एम्ति so this is called हॉर्स्ट this is called ग्राबेन this is हॉर्स्ट this is ग्राबेन हैला तो हॉर्स जो हॉर्स्ट ग्राबेन हैला गधारो ग्राबेन I think IS Babaru somewhere they have written this thing. Mane mon rakhiya pai basically. So block mountain. So Rhine Valley example kono Rhine Valley Germany very famous. Both minerals सेठी मिले your iron ore and all. Rhine Valley Germany रे अछि, Vosges mountain France रे अछि. So they are actually opposite to each other and they are examples of your block mountains. Sierra Nevada of California जोड़ा US रे अछि, that is also example of block mountain. Salt range in Pakistan, that is also example of salt block mountain. Vindhya and Satpura are also examples of block mountains. So your Sierra Nevada is here. Actually there is another Sierra Nevada which is in Spain, which is not a block mountain, but it is not mentioned actually. Mainly Sierra Nevada is California, US is very famous. Also the Western Ghats actually it has two theories. So there are two views regarding the geology of Western Ghats. First is the mountains of the West Ghats are block mountains formed due to the down warping of a part of land into the Arabian Sea. The second view is that the mountains of the Western Ghats are not true mountains but are faulted edge of the Deccan Plateau. So in that viewpoint there can be actually two answers. Jodi Sierra Nevada Spain jodi it thanda, that can be the answer. Western Ghats, because there are two views, one is that it is a block mountain, another is that it is not a true mountain. So in that case it will be the answer. So you can wait for the keys given by OPSC. So that is the thing. So let's stop here in this part 12 part, and please give your comments in the comment section of the videos, and you can join the Telegram group also for any messages or getting the PDF. Thank you so much. We'll stop here. Hare Krishna. Jagannath.